Just Az.com Productions with Contemporary Cooking. Betty Crocker's Gluten Free Cinnamon Rolls.
Hi, I'm Shelley McRae, author of the blog Contemporary Cooking. General Mills produces several gluten-free products. One of these products is Gluten Free Bisquick Mix, a pancake and baking flour blend. I recently came across a recipe on the Betty Crocker website for gluten-free cinnamon rolls using this mix, and I'd like to demonstrate that recipe for you today.
Spray a 9-inch round or square cake pan with gluten-free cooking spray. Mix 1/2 cup brown sugar and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon and set aside. You'll also need 1/4 cup butter. The sugar mix and butter, which you'll melt, make up the filling. For the dough, add 1 1/4 cups milk, 1/4 cup sugar, and 1 egg to 3 cups of the gluten-free Bisquick mix. Stir to combine. The mixture is sticky, but does start to come together after just a few minutes. Knead the dough in the bowl to pick up any dry flour and form a dough ball. When the dough can be turned in your hands and holds together, it's ready to be rolled out.
I've laid out 2 pieces of wax paper. On the first piece of wax paper, I use rice flour to generously coat the paper. You're going to knead this to knead the dough. Just plop that right on there. I know it's coming apart, don't worry about that. Okay. You're going to pull it together. Pull it together. Pull it together. Let it absorb some of that rice flour. The original recipe calls for using a little more Bisquick, but you really don't need to. You can just use plain rice flour. It works just as well. Now when you feel that it's a drier dough and it's holding together, you're going to put more on here, because you're going to roll this out to approximately 16 inches long by 12 inches wide. And you get that flattened. There's your filling there. We've already melted the butter. You're going to sprinkle the top a little bit. Take this second sheet and start to press down. Don't break anything. Straighten up your dough, make it more rectangular. Level it out. And do it again. This time you can be a little more aggressive. Remember, you haven't got any gluten in here, so it isn't like it's going to be a nice, dry, shiny dough. So you have to be, kind of have to coax it a little more. Now that's just about right. And you're going to square up your rectangle. Now we're going to roll this into a log, and that is a bit of a trick. First we do the filling. We've melted the butter and about 2 tablespoons. And once that's nicely covered, you come in with your cinnamon and brown sugar. Don't worry about being neat at this point. Alright. That's about all I use. I have a little bit left and I'll sprinkle that across the top. You're going to need your rice flour. Fold that up a little bit so that you can get at the edge. Turn that in. Make yourself a little starting point. But turn it again. Use that wax paper. And tuck. Feel it sticking. Go ahead and put just a little bit under there to keep you going. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. Nearly there. Then roll that part back. And you have a very nice roll. Now we need to cut this into 8 even pieces. Start in the middle, cut in half. Use a good sharp knife. Cut each of these in half. Now we got 4, and then each one of these in half again. Now we have 8 pieces that are darn near equal, and we're going to put them into the pan.
Arrange the cinnamon rolls in the pan, giving each one a gentle smush. Then spread the remaining butter over the tops. This helps keep the dough moist and adds flavor and color to the rolls. If you have any sugar and cinnamon mix left, sprinkle that on top as well. These are ready for the oven. Bake at 425 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes.
Cinnamon rolls are ready to take out of the oven. They're looking pretty good. We're going to set them over to cool. This recipe calls for adding a glaze made from powdered sugar and whipping cream, but the glaze is optional. This recipe worked out better than I expected. I thought the rolls would be more muffin-like due to the lack of yeast, but they puffed up nicely. I was also pleased with how well the dough rolled out, something gluten-free doughs don't always do. The recipe does require a whole box of the Gluten Free Bisquick mix, that's 3 cups, and in supermarkets a box can cost up to $6. The mix, though, is available on Amazon, and if you set up a subscription, the cost is considerably less. But overall, I am happy with this recipe. Oh yeah, that's it.
Thanks for watching. Questions or comments, put them in the comment section below, or email us. And subscribe to our channel for more videos on the DIY lifestyle.